Hello, this is an update, I guess, to myself and whoever. I've been in a bit of rut, and I'm still working on making my original music. As you know, well, not know, as you might not know, I've finished the lyrics. I've finished the lyric to my original song, but then it doesn't really line up well, on the music grid. And also when I try to sing it against the music grid, it wouldn't sound good, So I decided to do it again, right? And another thing is, basically, I was, let's say, I was feeling down, like a lot, but I'm slowly getting back into my groove. Just learning, music instruments like a trumpet and a piano. Well, I'm just doodling, not doodling, but I'm just I'm playing with trumpet a little bit and a piano a little bit too. So I'm trying to get comfortable with music again, because I had a bit of a stoppage. Anyways, but one thing I've learned over the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks or so, well, more like this week, I've realized, like, you really have to know where you want to go with your own music, with your original music. Like, what kind of stuff do I need to make a great original music of my own? What do I need? And you want to spend time in the right place, put your effort into the right place. You don't want to spend time, or you don't want to put your effort into anything other than your direction. Yes, because the energy and time is limited, and there's something more I wanted to talk about. That's an extension of what I've been saying. But I forgot about that. But I can talk about this now. So, well, I can talk about this now. I've been thinking a lot about about time. Like, how can you use time efficiently? And I've been like writing, what you can what can you get done in a day. To be honest, you can get a lot done if you have a really good mindset, like really highly driven mindset. But anyways, let's get into the topic of coffee a little bit later, but let's stay on this topic. So I wrote down what I can do, within a day. Usually 2 things. You can do 2 things. Like you can kind of focus on 2 things. And if you're lucky, you can do 3 things. Well, not lucky. If you have enough energy, you can do 3 things. And very, very rarely you would do 4 things. I've never really done 4 things. So for example, one thing you can do is trumpet. Just keep playing the notes until like your muscle cannot hold the note, anymore. Just keep doing it. After 30 minutes, you're tired. You do a piano. Play piano. And when you have fun for a bit, let me just say, at first it gotta, not at first, to get back into groove, it has to feel like a plaything, than like a very restrictive, vigorous practice session. It can't be like that. I think so. Just play like your favorite jazz tune, on piano. And then once you kind of feel like, oh, I don't know what more to improve, and you go back to trumpet playing. So that's 1 2 1 2, right? 1 being just playing trumpet as much as you can. 2, play piano to get back into groove, and 1 back to the trumpet. 2, and then when around like after dinner, it's gonna be like let's say it's gonna be like 10 p.m. and what's the third thing you can do? The third thing you can do is let's just make something up, okay? I'm sorry. Let's say the third thing you had to do was, let's say you had to go to a pharmacy to pick up like a medication or something, right? So let's say that's sorry. Number 3. Okay, so 1, trumpet playing. 2, piano. 3, pick up your medication. Come back, trumpet again, piano, and trumpet, and whatever. And after dinner, you wash your dish. It's gonna be like 10 p.m. or later. And the 4th thing you wanted to do was, let's say, playing with your drum machine. You're gonna be like, I think I've done enough today. I think I just wanna, brush my teeth and go to bed and just watch some fun shows and fall asleep. I think that's okay. That's really okay, because if you put a lot of energy and effort into the majority of it, let's say it was really 3 things, right? I mean, it was really 3 things, except for the going to pharmacy part. So 1 trumpet, 2 piano, 3 drum machine. You did the majority of it, the acoustic part. I'm not trying to say like one's more, yeah, you did like, I'm not trying to say like you did a good job with the acoustic part. You don't have to, you can just, take a break. I guess, I guess that's what I'm saying, I guess. But at some point you have to get to drum machine programming, right? So you have to do it anyways. But that's anyways. So what was my point with this? The point is, yes, time is limited and things that you can do. It's also a mindset kind of thing, but right now the current mindset is you can get one or two things, maybe three if you are lucky, in one day. So you really have to choose what you're gonna do, and you have to be really efficient. Yeah. And same with, like, for example, one of the things I wanted to do, it's kind of a stupid thing, but because I want to get back into making my own music, I don't know, I really want to hit the C, the first concerted piano C note outside of the staff. And forget about lip trill and like any higher notes above C. It's okay. But I kind of want to get to C. That C note. First C note, concerted piano concerted C note out of staff. Because well, I don't want to say because. Well, I can say. So it appears, that's the highest note it appears in one of my favorite songs. It's like a really like, I guess it's marching band oriented music, kind of like disco marching band. But yeah, but that should be like a side quest, because my main quest is making my own original song. But anyways, I feel like I can get to C, that get to, making the C note sound. I feel like I can do it if I keep trying. Actually, I have played very briefly by absolute accident. Like several months ago, or a few months, yeah, several months ago. And I want to kind of be able to do it, hit that C note, like on like with 80% chance, or maybe 75% chance, if I try, let's say 70%, if I try 10 times, I want to be able to sound, I want to be able to produce the sound 7 times out of 10, and not like a okay sounding C note, not too weak, too fizzly. Fizzly, does it make sense? Like weak, I don't, decent, maybe small, in volume, but healthy enough, healthy sounding. But anyways, I think I've said enough with the trumpet part. But yeah, one of the things I wanted to say was like, there are side quests. I feel like I shouldn't be doing it. I should get in. I should be doing you know, getting. I should get back to making my original song, just and make that as my first priority. But it's hard. I don't think it works like that. You know, maybe I'm trying to make a what excuse. Maybe I'm scared. I don't think. I don't know. But anyways, and another thing is I've seen like other piano players or whatever other players. Like I've seen how they changed or maintained the same, you know, throughout the years. Like how they went that direction, you know, how, let's say, yeah. Let me try to make sense. So, the you know the piano players I've like seen or I've listened to before, each of them is doing well. Each of them has his own direction or her own direction. It's very it has a direction, yeah. And what I want to say is you have to know, you have to know what you like. You have to have a strong preference, and so you don't, you know, spend time on what you don't like. No, that wasn't good. So you get to where you want to be. Quick, yeah. And you have to pick the direction well too. Some of them, they decide never to change. Some of them, they might change their musical direction. Yeah. But I guess what I'm trying to say is it shows. It shows the ears, not the ears, listening ears, but I'm talking about the time. The ears show, like how hard you. No, that was not where I wanted to go with this. It shows like where you put your effort in. Yeah, the direction you have kept going. It shows. Yeah. And how deep or how whatever narrow, if it's not narrow enough, you cannot go deep, right? Yeah. If you're actually drilling, you know, makes it, that also makes sense, right? I'm not trying to say narrower the worse. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you want to go deep, well, that's actually you can now it's there's it's a bit contradictory there, because you can go deep while No, that not being shallow. I was gonna say that, but forget about that. Forget about what I said. The thing I wanted to say was um to know like deep um shallowness no, narrowness is not required. I guess that's what I wanted to say. No, no, forget about that. You know, forget about the drilling analogy. Forget about that. Um, that the deep and narrow thing is that doesn't work out. But anyways, yeah, time. Long story short, time is really limited. You can only do 2 or 3 things max in one day. Yeah, and the past 8 years, I've trying hard. I've been trying hard, but I feel like I went to the right direction, but yeah, I feel like I've gone the right direction, but it's not enough. It was not enough. Um, what's the other thing I want to say? Yes, I've stopped drinking coffee for like almost a month. One thing I've noticed was coffee um, gave me a lot of motivation. Like you wake up, you eat a quick small, breakfast, small portion of breakfast. You drink coffee, like game on. Like you find yourself in action. But then maybe I feel like I should. I feel like the practice sessions should have been more systemized, better. Uh, but now that I don't drink coffee anymore, well, I might drink it later, but for now, as a someone who just stopped drinking coffee, for the last, like, let's say 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks, I wake up and I like write down what I want to do, or I kind of look at the paper that I wrote as to what I want to do from yesterday. So I read the paper that I wrote yesterday, and then I follow along with that. I follow what I wrote. Hey, 1, like say trumpet. 2, like keep trying trumpet. 2, just play piano, have fun. Not necessarily like make something better, improve better. I didn't. That was not in my note. But yeah, I would write down and do that. So that's a difference. It's really kind of stupid, but that's the difference between not drinking coffee and drinking coffee. When I used to drink, I'm just repeating myself, sorry. So when I used to drink, I just wake up, eat something quick, and drink coffee, and I just start doing things. But yeah, now that I stopped drinking coffee for a while, I feel like I need more motivation. It kind of is like it kind of feels like I have better direction, but it's more of a I have less motivation. Yeah. When I used to drink coffee, like I feel like I can get this done today. I now that I get this done today, I feel like let's get it done. Let's go. You know, like let's sit down and do this. But now, it's more. I have to like tell myself like, hey, because you wanna make great music, your original music, you have to do this. Like I have to tell myself, yeah. I think that's a pretty good way of explaining this. You know, between like when I used to drink coffee and when I stopped drinking coffee. Okay, that's good. What's the next? Another thing I wanted to say is it's actually not that important. I've recently discovered this website. It's called gumroad.com, and some music players or piano players, whatever players, they have like PDF files along with like them actually playing. So it's great, it's straight from the artist you like, and straight from the artist you like themselves, and so it's the transcription from themselves, right? And also, I guess sometimes the video of them actually playing the PDFs, the transcription or whatever, the musical exercise on PDFs. They're all there, so I think it would be useful to a lot of people. Another thing I've wanted to say was I don't know, some artists they decide to never release like their official transcription. Yeah. So that's one thing I've noticed. What's the other things I wanted to say? I think I've kind of ran out of things to say. Well, one thing I wanted to say. I remembered. I've been looking into clocks, like or watches. And because I'll show you what I got. Like I got this because I it's a digital clock. I want to remind myself of like how fast, you know, time disappears. You want to like keep track of it, you know, and like, yeah, you want to you want to be reminded of like, hey, it's already, you know, this time now, you know. So I've got that, and also I'll show you what I got. I've also got this one. This is actually this is what goes behind wall clock. You know, it makes sound. But anyways, this is like $8 or something like that, $10, $9. And like if when you hear the second moves, you feel like you're in track. You're aware of the time passing. So that's why I have it. You know, I got one. Also, I don't know, weirdly, this year has been like passing so quick. Like after February, we're already in July. I felt like Earth has been spinning like more quickly than before. I don't know why. It's going super fast. So I had to just get one, you know, in case time is really going that fast for some reason. Just this particular past 4 months. I'm just joking. But yes, that's why I bought it. You know, it's a good combination. Like there's a digital part, and there's like is this analog? Yeah, this is like analog sound. It has like a different gears, right? For the seconds to move. For the second hand to move, yeah. For the second hand to move. Another thing I've noticed is I went on eBay and Amazon to like find wall clocks or clocks in general. They are all silent ones. So you know, we used to have. Now it just how do I explain it? Let's say this is a second hand, you know. It doesn't do the clicking sound. So the trend is set. Like it's gone. It's out of the market. I thought it was kind of interesting. You cannot find, and also this is kind of interesting. If you're in the market for a wall clock, some of them are atomic, yes, or radio controlled. So they just fix those clocks. They fix the time by itself, either by radio signal or I don't know, satellite signal. I don't know how it works. But the funny thing is they are not the most popular ones on the market. The most popular ones are not radio controlled. So if the time goes off for some reason, like say by 3 minutes or by 5 minutes or whatever, by however much, you have to fix it every time. So I thought that was interesting. It's not like radio controlled ones are like a lot more expensive. You know, it's not like they're a lot more expensive. But people prefer the not radio controlled silent movement types. Quartz, like QUARTZ. I think QUARTZ are the non-silent ones, I think. They are losing in the clock market. But anyways, it's enough with this stupid clock talk. But it's interesting. Things are changing. Trend is always changing. Things are changing. And if you I've also looked into vintage clock market on eBay. The design is not as to be honest, it's not as good. It's not let's just say, when people say like old things are usually almost always better, something like that. They're more built to last, built robust, more strong, robust. Yes, robust. And yeah, the modern ones, I've also checked Etsy too, ETSY. But the graph, like the size of numbers, or the size, the ratio of the hour hand and the minute hand, it's something's not pleasant, So, but anyways, I feel like a lot of things are rushed now with everything, with food, with clocks. Yeah. What was I gonna say? I think that's all about what I wanted to say. Yes. I kind of like this, but at the same time, I don't want to do this often, because you have to use time wisely, and letting out is good, and also for recording purpose, I think it's good, but I don't want to do this. I do want to do this. That's why I made a video. But also at the same time, like, what if I use this time to learn drum machine, or just not learn drum machine, sorry, have more fun on drum machine. I guess that's also a learning drum machine. Yeah, the musical side of drum machine. That's is what I meant, not the technical side. Just having fun and just accidentally, oh, this sounds cool. And if I turn the volume of like a cymbal up by mistake, oh, it sounds good. That's, things like that. That's what I meant. But anyways, I like recording video like this because I can just put it in there. I can let out, and I don't have to think about it anymore. Just like a note, or like a personal note, or a personal journal. You don't have to think about it. That's a great part, right? And another thing I wanted to say was I didn't really do a lot of composition in my life. I didn't. But I was playing piano for a bit today, right? And what it really is that it is a plan. It is it is a note of a plan about what you want to do, because normally if you play, let's say a real book, or whatever, a chord sheet of a tune, a lot of times you're gonna do the same thing over and over and over and over again. Like you have like a pattern you play. It's gonna stay that way unless you change it. So to change it, to remind yourself and to not forget, you have to write it. And that, to me, that's for me, I guess that's the first part of composition. So you can do something different this time. It's like reminding yourself, hey, when in the second bar, you're gonna play chords like this, or you're gonna play note like that, It's like a reminder. It's like a plan. Another thing is, number 2, you cannot memorize it. There is too many plans. You have to write it down somewhere. So that's one. Aside from like voice, aside from, I'm talking this, aside from like importance of like note choices. I'm talking in terms of it's like a personal journal, like a diary, because or a calendar, because you don't know, you might forget, tomorrow. So you have to write it down. On the second bar of the first line, you're gonna do it like that. So you write it down. So first, I give, first part is so you can do it differently than how you normally do it. 2 is to not forget, not to write down somewhere so you don't forget, because when you write it down, you don't have to remember, right? And number 3 is so you can compose strategically, strategically, like strategies. I don't know. Sorry. but you know what I'm trying to say. Strategically, you know. So like carefully carefully come up with a carefully planned like iteration, not iteration, but like note movement, you know. And fourth is for me, I guess, I mean, I haven't really personally done number 3 yet, but I guess 3 is, I think, is right. 4 is so you can line up, you know. When you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you know you can settle down in that system. If the system is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can settle the note down on one of those numbers instead of like 6.2 or 6.5, because the system is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, yeah. So it helps you make up your mind and decide on where the note should be played. I think that's about it. Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. I think I've said almost everything. But as a what was the thing I wanted to say to wrap up? I don't know a better word for a wrap up. A wrap up. But one thing I want to say is I want to acknowledge I still haven't made my own music. I want to fix that. Not fix it. I really want to get to it soon. Once I get into the groove, once I have this like a mental strength, I hope that's soon. And 2, it has to be positive. It has to be super positive. No negative energy, because even though there are, you know, a lot of could be negative things, could be reality stuff, but you have to be positive. You have to laugh. Not laugh, but you have to laugh. Other people have to laugh. Everyone have to laugh. And you have to you know, also have to be super serious with the artistic side, you know, the musical side, but at the same time, you know, you cannot be serious with like a social setting. You know, you cannot be serious, you know, with in life, you know. So you have to laugh. You have to be positive. You have to be happy. If you're not happy, you have to appear happy. But also my songs will be of positive things. Never a sad song. You know, it should lift other, you know, lift up the other people's feeling, their spirit, you know. Yeah, I mean, I don't like being serious, but you have to be serious with your thing. Yeah, when you do your thing. But anyways, yeah, I plan to be more uplifting. I don't like, because no one likes serious people. Serious, if it could be, unless it's a work related stuff, it could be very tiring. It could be very tiring. There was something I wanted to say. Yes, this is what I wanted to say. I've been listening to the song Sailing, and if you know the artist, you know, by I think CC. I'm just gonna say CC. The letter CC. But at first, when I first heard the song, when I have first heard the song, it didn't impact me, as much. It didn't really hit me. But I've been listening to quite a bit. I mean, quite many times. And I'm getting it. I'm getting why this song is cool. I'm getting it. I also, from that song, I'm getting the bass movements or the chord that I want is not complex. Not complex. It's not what complex is. Not it's. I figured out what I like and what I don't like more. Just staying on the same same chord, but with slightly different like bass altering. Forget about, actually, I was gonna say altering 1/5 or 1/4 fourth. Forget about that. Yes, some varying bass notes is enough. With and the lyrics is just cool. Lyrics is, I didn't really get into it until later, and I didn't really delve into it deeply, but do ooh 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 ooh. I don't know if I'm singing it right. The bass notes. Doom, ooh, oh, something like that. So the point is, it feels like it always ends. It feels like it ends a little bit early, like always. Dun, and yeah, it might not actually end early, but I feel like yes, and that kind of gives like a feeling that you're not stuck in a loop, kind of. No, that's not the right way. I should have said. It feels like It feels it makes me feel like I now it makes me feel like now I don't have to wait too long for the next part to come in. I think that's what I wanted to say. It makes me feel like the second part can happen with ease or quicker. And the bass note of that is not really. It's just I've realized a bass note like that with that rhythm. I thought it's more like a dancey, like I have to show the hand. So I felt it's more like just the bass note alone. It would have been like, like this kind of song, but when you listen to it with like bass sound compressed. I mean, all the sound is compressed. All the bass channel is compressed. But when you listen to it, it becomes more of a slow dance song. It becomes a slow wedding. It's not a wedding song, but it's a slow, like with a partner song. With slow dance with a partner song. It becomes more like that than like a It's more slow dance with a partner kind of song. More romantic song. Yeah. And the I don't know if the girls are gonna like the lyric. I think they would. But it's not a girly song. It's a soft voice song, but it's not geared toward ladies. It's a guy song. Yeah. Like I don't know the exact context. I feel like I should know because I'm talking about it, but it feels like it's more of a like what would the dream, would have been, like, oh, what if I were sailing, or, like, oh, I feel great this is how I feel when I sail, yeah, kind of like that. But when you listen to the song, when I was younger, I felt like that song is too slow, like, I didn't feel the tempo of it. But now, not because I'm a lot older, it feels you can feel the tempo. Yeah, like it's a soft breeze song. Does it make sense? Yes, soft breeze, low speed cruising song. Yeah. And I've thought about it. I like this artist more because he has that song. That's his song. Like he's strong song, as opposed to I don't know, not so strong many songs, Yeah, but anyways, I'm getting it now. That kind of bass, that's the culture. That's the culture. That kind of bass movement could be used for slow dance. That kind of bass rhythm can work for a slow dance song. In a ballad. Is it a ballad? It is a ballad, right? Is it a... I don't I don't think I really like the term yacht rock. I don't think it's yacht rock. Not because I don't like the name yacht rock. Is it yacht rock? Let me think. Not from the mixing perspective, not from the era perspective. How does it go? Sorry, I was wrong with the rhythm, but it could be it maybe it is, maybe it is not, but it's definitely soft. It's soft. I would agree with soft. Yeah, like soft rock, like soft rock. But yeah, maybe it fits. It's in the yacht rock category, but I really hate. I don't like yacht rock because it makes it feel like making music like that was easy. Yeah, but anyways, I think that's about it. And I guess my plan is I gotta get back into my music rhythm, get back to music making. So I am doing a pre-workout, like really in terms of mental, in terms of like my mindset. And once I have enough blood flowing, like juice flowing, or I don't know, I don't want to say motivation, like enough strength, mental strength, I think I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna make my own music. Making my own music is my priority. Right. Before that, I've been checking out like other people's music. Some like performer, people. It could be very, very, very discouraging because of how crazy good, some people are. But I have to know what I like. I have to know where I'm going, pick the right direction, and go and make my own music. Yeah. And I'm gonna be heading that direction. I really, really hope I get to making my original music soon, like in 3 days, and maybe in 2 days. I don't know. All right, thanks for watching.